Joined here with Point Loma women's basketball, an 80-55 win over Azusa Pacific. Head coach Charity Elliott. To her right, Ruby Vlahov. And to her left, Eiley Tippins. Coach, great win from the group today. Avenging your loss up there. Talk about just what a great performance it was from the group today.
Yeah, I feel like we were really locked in. I mean, focused. We've had a great week. Just really locked in on the scout and what we were trying to do, and I thought our energy was fantastic. And again, I think it started with these two just setting the tone on the inside.
Eiley, for you, tied your career high, 25 points, and you went on a 7-0 run personally there in the first quarter. I mean, the team had a bit of a slow start there, like those first few minutes, but then it seemed like, you really just set the tone there. Talk about that stretch and how that catapulted you today.
Yeah, I mean, I think as a team, we try to feed our hot hitters, and my teammates were just getting me the ball, and I knew that I needed to go out there and produce for my team to kind of get us on that roll. But yeah, I think we started off slow, but we were able to capitalize on the stops that we were getting on defense to create offensive looks.
Ruby, for you, 15 points, 3 3-pointers. Talk about, it seemed like you were shooting the three ball pretty confidently out there today.
Yeah, well, I'm given the confidence by my coaches and my teammates. So whenever I get the opportunity, I want to let that fly because I'm very confident in my shot. I work on it a lot with them. So yeah, happy to get a couple up a game.
Coach, I mean, talk about these two. I mean, it seems like every game you're outscoring the opponent's points in the paint. Obviously, two big parts of that. Just what an asset these two are for you guys.
I mean, how much time do we have? I think the way that I think what's so special about the two of them is the way they feed off each other, the way they look for each other. And if I really think they have this synergy where if Ruby scores Eiley, it's like Eiley's points. If Eiley scores, it's like Ruby's points. It's so they look for each other, they try to feed each other, they're each other's biggest fans, I think, and they just celebrate each other so well. And in this league, I think it's really difficult to try to match up with all that they bring. I mean, we've got from shooting to running the floor to, I mean, I really, when they're on, they just really set the tone, I think, for the rest of our team. And we always talk about get them like inside out. We got to, and then teams, as we continue to see, double, triple, quadruple inside, and then it opens things up for everybody else.
I mean, you touched on earlier how your defense kind of led to some offensive looks, and you outscored them 21-10 in fast break points. I mean, your press seemed to be causing them problems. I mean, just talk about what you guys were able to capitalize on there.
Yeah, I mean, we always say that it starts on defense. You can't play offense without getting stops on defense. So being able to run that little press, kind of get them like sped up a little bit, definitely helps us on the defensive end. But yeah, I mean, it just starts on defense, and we're able to capitalize on that.
Ruby, how big of a win is this for you guys, just confidence-wise, continuing this win streak you guys are on?
I think it is a big deal because they are number one in the conference, but I think it's an even bigger deal for us personally because we lost to them earlier in the conference season, and I think that was that hit us really hard, and we were really devastated with how we played it, and we should have won that game. So I think it doesn't matter where they sat on the ladder, but we really needed to win this game for ourselves, not just the leaderboard. Yeah.
Coach, was it intentional to get the touches in the paint very early in the game?
It's always intentional to get the ball inside first. I mean, again, they've got to stop these two before anything else opens up. And if they're not going to, then we just keep feeding these two, which is what we did. And I thought Cass and Mersh, who came in and backed these two up, did a great job of just continuing that mindset of get the ball inside. When they then take that away, then I think we do as good of a job as passing out of the post as we do passing into the post.
Eiley, what was something that you saw in the defense, Azusa's defense in the first half, that made your looks inside so effective?
Mm-hmm. I mean, they do hedge a lot on screens, and so that kind of gives us the opportunity to short roll. If somebody's picking up me, there's people on the outside that are wide open. So I think it's just realizing early what they're doing on screens, which kind of helps us find those early looks, find the open looks, and to capitalize on the mistakes that they're making.
Coach, the last time you played Azusa, it was a loss. Based on the scouting report, what was the one thing that you really wanted your team to work on against this?
Following the scouting report is the first thing that comes to mind. they're really talented, and I mean, I think their point guard is one of the best elite point guards in the conference. And so I really think we needed to do a better job, being really intentional of where she is, how we slow her down, and really contesting shots. I mean, they're really good three-point shooters, and so we were really intentional about trying to take those away and not give them any open, easy looks. And I think for the most part we did that. We had a few, again, when we're trapping and doing some pressing stuff, we're going to give up a few open looks, but for the most part, I feel like we really were intentional of following the scout today.
Ruby, even when the team is up, how do you make sure to stay locked in and avoid letting the game slip away from you?
I think piggybacking what Eileen said, like our defense, like we can't take a break on defense or getting stops. Like we had an emphasis today to get stops in a row, and I think that was a goal we needed to achieve, and we really locked into that. We thought about defense more than offense.
Yeah.
Eileen, what does it say about the team that the intensity never dropped, even like the large lead?
I mean, yeah, you have 5 starters on the court, but we have a bench full of players that could be starting. So I think like the intensity needs to start with the 5 on the floor, but then as people are subbing in, coach likes to kind of just give us breaks so that none of us get tired, and I think the intensity just needs to stick with everybody on the floor.
Coach, for your rotation players, what was the biggest thing you wanted from them tonight?
I mean, I think just what Eileen just said, the intensity, the energy, and again, staying locked in. I felt like tonight, as much as any night we've had, I feel like it did not matter who I was subbing in. The energy did not drop, the intensity did not drop, and there weren't lapses. And we all have lapses for sure, but I thought tonight our lapses were really few and far between, and that was across the board, 1 to 10.
My last question, and it's for you, Coach. With the performance that took place today, what does it say about like where your team is at, especially right now in conference?
Well, I think it's a big win for sure. I mean, Azusa's having a heck of a year. They're a great team. They've won and they'll continue to win for sure. So I think for us, as Ruby said earlier, I think for us it was like for us to come out and be that strong and that dominant, I think was a real like boost. But it's also like it kind of sets the tone and the standard of like this is what it should look like every night as far as energy, intensity. And it shouldn't take, as we said in the locker room, it shouldn't take losing to a team to come back with that kind of energy. So this is the standard, and we're still trying to get there. It's January. We still, in my mind, have a long way to go. We're getting closer, and tonight I think was a really big step for us.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Ladies, congratulations, well done today.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.